Yeah.
Right? And number four,
And
that's when
then we
like
got overrated, like people who are just like Aitch, a bit like Aitch. He's like Aitch with
wait, wait,
talent. We'd
wait,
put in overrated, and obviously Russ because he's a Nax artist. But anyway, the first person we've got is Aitch. So see if you want to take it away. Go on a little rant on Aitch.
no, well, I'm not gonna even rant about the guy. I just don't think H is as good as what anyone says. I think for like, I feel like for us standard, maybe some people will be like, no, he's not as bad as like that Rust category. But I just feel like he doesn't bring much to the table other than like just a decent collab. And his recent album, you know, the one where he made he had a song with like ZZ and this and that, like French Kisses and things like that. I feel like that was it was such a easy album to make. I don't feel like he puts much effort in. I'd put H there in the Russ category just because for me he doesn't carry anything. And what he said about Grime, I feel like to a degree he's wrong fully. Like so the comment he made, I don't know what you think about this, Hamza, but he said young people aren't bothered about Grime at all, and it's the same with Aitch and Tracy. Like they both said it. But what do you think about it?
I to a certain extent I do agree. I don't think people are into because Grime's changed over like the last 10 years. Because like BBK were like popping off start of like 2010s, and like they didn't fall off, but their level of influence in the scene was like diminishing. As like bigger artists came up, like I don't know, like Dave, J Hus, like all of them, so changing the culture a little bit. So I think H's point is still a little bit relevant. But what you saying about H being like not great and he hasn't got that good music? He's the youngest guy on here. He's very successful. His music's decent, but I would put him in like if we had another list, I'd put him in auto-tune artists.
For
Like
his
he's got like catchy bangers
Yeah.
that's so mainstream that makes people want to hate him. But like he's decent.
No,
And
for
obviously,
his
because
success,
I would say
he's
his accent really helps with his music.
yeah. For his success, he's 100% there, and he is talented in like some aspects. Like he's not crap. None of these artists are crap at all. And for his for the comment he said about Grime is dead, I'm not putting him in for that. I genuinely don't feel like he's all that. I just feel like he's a very I just feel like he's a very artist. Like in about a couple of years, he won't be that. It's because he's kind of against everything you expect of a UK rapper. That's why he's blown up, I feel, because his wordplay isn't the best.
Yeah.
His vocals aren't the best. His tune's not even the best, and his melody's not even the best. Like I can name artists that are better than him. The reason why he's good is because firstly he's not from London, so he's different. And yes, he is white, and it's different. And it's not to do with privilege. I'm just trying to say he's white, so it's different to like what your normal expectation of a rapper is.
He's going to talk about different stuff.
Like that Eminem kind of thing, innit? But like for his what he said about Grime, why I don't agree with that is because like to me, Grime isn't like just something that's a music genre. Like it is like it's like a umbrella term for so many different songs that are coming out now. And for people like certain people like JK who are popping off right now, JK does Grime, and like he's one of the best at it. Like he is sick. Wiley just recently had a clash with Stormzy, which was Grime. Like Wiley clashed on Grime. Stormzy may not have, but Wiley has. Stormzy's even Stormzy's recent album, it's got a couple of Grime songs on. I know everyone says like, oh, he's not on it, but it's still got it. I don't feel like him saying, oh, kids don't want to do Grime anymore. I feel like that's a bit wrong when people like he's one of the few people, him and AJ Tracy are one of the few people that are still kids, they're still young, they came off Grime. So I just feel like they need to, like, it's like the respect of that. They didn't respect the culture. They might not respect the genre, but they should definitely respect the culture because Grime is a culture. Like it's
I feel like kind of what H was saying about the whole Grime thing. Maybe it was about the culture, like you're saying. But I genuinely think that because we didn't grow up in a culture where Grime was like all that and all the problems you hear in Grime. Like I would say if we were born 10 years ago, maybe we'd be so much more into Grime because that was like so much more part of the culture. But now it's like it's not really. So I can understand why he said it, and I can understand why AJ Tracy said it as well.
Because like
it's not
feel
culture.
like
It's not embedded in culture because Grime is a
like
culture. It's not just a genre.
I feel like it's fully bedded into the culture. So think about like for me, when I think of grime, when grime like came back, so like grime, just like a normal like trend. So right now, like the R&B, like that wave of like sound of where like little baby sound, that's a sound. Like that's not a culture, that's a sound.
Yeah,
Grime is different because it's not just a sound, it's more of a culture as well. Like
yeah,
it's where like certain rappers use their grime elements, like even in the recent album of Insomnia. You can hear like the rappers like Chip that are on it. They do like 140 beats per minute, and like that's kind of like that's part of grime. Do you get what I'm
yeah,
trying to say? Their flow is grime, but like the part where I don't agree with what he said is that like kids don't children don't care about it. But like what I'm trying to say is if Chip and Bugsy had that, remember when they had that little clash that they had going
yeah,
on?
yeah,
That was all grime. If that happened today, I'm telling you, kids would be up at 12 o'clock waiting for the next tune to drop.
yeah, yeah,
Because that's how I was like. And this was only 5 years ago. So I don't understand why people are saying, like, oh, grime's dead. It's only been like 5 years. It's just like any other like genre. It just comes and it goes.
yeah.
But it'll come
They'll
back. Like
come
I don't
back.
feel like
Yeah,
people. And JK is still repping it. JK, there's Big Zoo. I'm sure you know about Big Zoo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big Zoo's
The big
fully
what's up
repping
guy?
it. Yeah, like
Yeah,
AJ Tracy's cousin. That's what
yeah,
he is. He's fully repping it. Wiley's still repping it. Wiley's younger brother, he's repping it. Like
yeah,
there's loads of people that are still on that. I just feel like he's kind of for his platform that he's got, disregarded a full genre, and I
yeah.
feel like it was wrong because like it's like something like you shouldn't say. Like I feel like he
Yeah,
worded it wrong.
it was said by two people who are very, very mainstream. So
Exactly, and I
like,
feel like it's a bit
so that
unfair.
was definitely what influenced him. But I would say I would still agree to him to a certain extent. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, so where are we gonna put him? Russell overrated?
Ross. I'm putting him not only I just feel like I can't vibe with his kind of music. Some of his old songs, they're like their thing, but they're good. But it's just like I feel like his like appearance and how he sounds that kind of overlooks everything for me.
Hmm.
So I'm putting him on Ross.
Yeah.
Where you
Okay, we got
putting him?
AJ Tracy next.